does.
And Deron Payne, have you seen like a step up in his game this year specifically? Any area in particular?
All year. He was a man on a mission throughout the offseason, was tremendous. How he approached it, very much kept the team first. He's been excellent.
How have you seen Jamin since week one grow? Are there any specific areas that you feel like are allowing him to, take such a leadership role and to play at the level he's playing at right now?
I think he's just steadily worked at it and, improved. I think he's gaining confidence, gaining maturity, and, he's in a big spot right now. I mean, with Cole down, he's the guy that stays on the field. So he's a valuable guy doing a good job for us.
What's it like communicating with him on the green dot, when he has the green dot?
Yeah, all the guys have been great. We work at it, practice it, try and make sure that they feel confident about putting us in good calls. If something were to happen, they can call a game. We like to build that confidence. So I think all of them have done a good job, including Jamin.
Personality the whole team is building, run the football, get after the quarterback. Do you like this overall style that you all seem to be really settling into?
I just like helping the team win any way we can. I think for us, we want to get as many stops as we can, get the ball back for the offense. We're looking for turnovers all the time. We've generated more recently, and that's a good thing. But at the end of the day, it's like, how can we put together a plan to slow down the other team and give the ball back to our offense?
Hey, Jack. With Cam, obviously his physical skills are what they are, and he's interchangeable. But when you see him as a third-year player, and how smart he seems to be, just from everybody that talks about him and what the analysts point out, whatever, does that surprise you for, again, a third-year player, or is that not as surprising to you, who's seen 1,000 football players come across?
No, it's a credit to him, for having the ability. Again, we talked about it when he first got here as a rookie. This is now year 3, but when he got here as a rookie, he was a guy that just showed incredible awareness, astuteness, football instinct, and knowledge, and really picked up our system quickly and was able to play multiple positions early in his development. So here in year 3, we've come to expect it. It's like we don't take him for granted at all, but we certainly appreciate what he brings to the table.
Following up on Nikki's question about Duran, everyone knows he's in a contract year. It sounds like he's put that aside pretty well and just kind of focused on football. How rare is it for a player to do that, especially like someone like the position that Duran is in, where he's looking at a big payday for the first time? Necessarily.
I think he got paid pretty good when he came out.
Sure. I would say
so. No, I think he's handled it beautifully. He's been all business from the get-go. I appreciate him, as a man, as a player on our defense. I appreciate what he brings and the way he goes about his business, and we just want it to continue right now.
Is playing better in a contract year a thing? Did you feel like you played better in the years where you specifically had to go and?
I think, but I think he's. I just think he's a guy that loves football. So he's a younger player. He's maturing and developing, and I think he's a real good player. I'm glad we have him.
Just to stay on Duran, his sacks are obviously up as just pressure numbers in general. How much was that, you think, was that an emphasis for you guys, him, and for the coaching staff, for him to do, I don't know, more is right, but to be more effective or generate more pass rushes here?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I've seen is his ability to finish has been at a higher level. He has been disruptive the entire time. So it was kind of one of those things where his numbers haven't really come yet. They're starting to come, but his disruption has always been there.
Is usage a factor here as well? Because last year you've had Matt Ioannidis the previous few years, who obviously was more of a pass rush type, and maybe Duran was maybe used in sort of more nose situations or not on the field as much for some of those obvious passing downs. Is that a factor as well?
You have to look at the numbers to see if that were to hold up. I'm not sure that would. I think he's playing a lot, which he always has. But you know, obviously the room has changed, but I like the way the room has changed. We've got a good group. They're working hard every day. I think our guys have learned how to hunt together. You know, individual contractors have a hard time, but when you work as a group, and we all get to eat.
Sorry if somebody already asked this and I was zoning out, but with Chase, Ron the other day said 12 to 16 snaps kind of for whenever he is able to go. I guess, Zach, how do you kind of see the role for him initially, and how do you think incorporating him back into what you guys have been doing well can go?
Yeah, right now we're just, you know, getting him into practice, getting him involved, trying to work up his conditioning, his comfort level, and his trust and belief in his own body and how it's healed and ready to go. So, you know, all those things are underway, you know, and I know we're not going to play him, you know, 70 plays on day one, but, you know, we'll move him in when we can and get him involved. So excited to have him out there.
When you talk about the guys playing more as one, is that mostly a credit to them, to you, Skanina, and kind of how is that?
I'd credit the guys for, you know, deciding that it's important enough for them. You know, Z obviously works with them every day, so you got to give him credit. But I'd give them, you know, between Z and the group, I give them credit for executing what we need for them to do.
Have you seen specific ways in which he's really helped their development?
He's a direct communicator. I think they appreciate that.
Anything else?
Duran, John, and Montez are all playing career high percentage of the snap. Is that indicative of shorter rotation? Is that happenstance? I guess, like, why do you think they're playing as much as they are?
We're better when they're on the field. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.